When the twin-boom American P-38 Lightning first appeared over Europe, German pilots laughed. They called it ugly, awkward and clumsy, a plane that looked like two fuselages glued together. But the laughter faded fast when those same pilots found themselves under fire before they even saw the Lightning's guns. Stay until the end to learn how the P-38 turned from a joke into one of the most feared fighters of World War II, the aircraft that rewrote the rules of air combat and humbled even Germany's best aces. The arrival of something strange. Late 1942. In the skies over the Mediterranean and Western Europe, a strange new silhouette appeared. Twin tails, long nose, and engines that glimmered in the sun. German spotters were confused. Some thought it was a damaged aircraft flying in formation with itself. Others guessed it was an experimental bomber. When reports reached German command, the verdict was amusement. "It looks like a monster," one ace reportedly said. "If that thing can fly, I'll eat my goggles." They soon learned that the Americans called it the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. Why, they laughed. To experienced German pilots who had spent years in agile Messerschmitt Bf 109s or Focke-Wulf 190s, the Lightning looked absurd. Twin engines meant drag. A long, heavy frame meant slow turns. And the idea that a fighter could rely on tricycle landing gear instead of a tailwheel seemed childish. They called it Fliegender Circus, the flying circus, and der Gabelschwanz Teufel, the fork-tailed devil, half as a joke, half as a challenge. At first they thought it would be easy prey, but the P-38 wasn't designed to dogfight at low altitude. It was designed to hunt from a distance. The first surprise: the Lightning's concentrated firepower, 450 caliber machine guns and a 20mm cannon mounted in the nose gave it a unique advantage. Unlike wing-mounted guns, its bullets didn't converge. They went straight. That meant a skilled pilot could hit a target from 800 yards or more, sometimes over half a mile away. German pilots learned that lesson the hard way. They'd close in on what they thought was an outmatched twin-engine fighter, only to have tracer rounds tear past them long before they could reach firing range. The P-38's turbo-supercharged engines gave it incredible high-altitude performance. While German planes gasped for air above 25,000 feet, the Lightning still climbed, still accelerated, and still fought, changing the war in the Mediterranean. In North Africa and Italy, the P-38 became the workhorse of long-range escort missions. It could fly for hours, something no single-engine fighter could do in 1943. When American bombers began attacking targets deep behind enemy lines, the Lightning was the only fighter that could go with them. German aces who once mocked it began to call for reinforcements whenever a flight of twin-tailed shapes appeared on the horizon. In a single month of combat over Italy, Lightning pilots scored more than 200 casualties. For the first time, German airspace dominance was in question, the Pacific legend. The P-38 didn't just make history in Europe. Over the vast Pacific, its range made it invaluable. It was a P-38 that carried out one of the most famous missions of the entire war: the interception of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto's plane in 1943. 2 squadrons of Lightnings flew hundreds of miles at treetop level, guided by intelligence and precision navigation. They found Yamamoto's bomber exactly on schedule, attacked, and changed the course of the Pacific campaign. That mission proved what the Lightning could do: hit fast, hit far, and vanish before anyone knew what had happened. Europe fights back. By late 1943, the Germans had begun taking the Lightning seriously. Ace pilots trained to spot its silhouette and attack from head-on or below, where the twin booms made blind spots. But by then, the P-38 had already taught the Americans how to fight at altitude. Its technology directly influenced the P-47 Thunderbolt and the legendary P-51 Mustang that followed. The Lightning was the bridge between heavy power and long-range precision, from laughter to respect. Captured German pilots often admitted after the war that the P-38 had unnerved them. They couldn't match its speed above 25,000 feet. They couldn't believe its climb rate, and they couldn't escape its nose guns once it opened fire. One German ace summed it up simply: "At first we laughed, then we were going down." That respect grew even stronger when the statistics became clear. The Lightning had destroyed over 10,000 enemy aircraft by 1945. What started as a curiosity became one of the most efficient air combat machines of the war. The legacy. After the war, many pilots called the P-38 the most underrated fighter ever built. It was fast, strong, and deadly, but it also symbolized something more: American engineering ambition. From flying Circus to fork-tailed Devil, the Lightning proved that innovation wins wars. It broke the rules, defied expectations, and turned ridicule into fear. This is a true World War II story, because sometimes mockery turns into awe, and machines of war can reveal the genius and courage behind them. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more true World War II stories.